At $1,500, a smartphone is expected to function as a professional-grade production studio that fits in a pocket. To understand the engineering behind that price, look at how these lenses physically adapt to capture light at a professional scale. This chart shows the current optics upcycle. Manufacturers are driving up costs by packing in larger sensors and complex zoom mechanisms to justify these premium price points. At this level, you are paying a massive premium specifically for photographic capability. Your choice has to be dictated by what you actually intend to shoot every day. This leads us to the Xiaomi 17 Ultra and the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max, the absolute peaks of their respective ecosystems. The dilemma centers on a direct choice: raw still photography hardware versus an optimized video software ecosystem. This chart maps out the market. Both phones hit the $1,500 ceiling, but they sit on opposite ends of the innovation spectrum. Xiaomi pushes raw hardware, while Apple prioritizes ecosystem polish. There is no objective winner here. Success depends entirely on matching the phone's specific strengths to your daily workflow. Xiaomi relies on a 1-inch 50-megapixel main sensor to maximize light intake, a hardware-first strategy designed to mimic professional cameras. They've paired that with a 200-megapixel periscope zoom lens that offers continuous optical magnification. Xiaomi also partnered with Leica. This heritage heavily dictates the contrast and shadows, giving the Ultra's photos a specific film-like character. The results are concrete: unmatched low-light performance, true optical bokeh from the lens, and sharp zoom up to 8x. Apple's processing aims for a neutral baseline, whereas Xiaomi aggressively favors vibrant, saturated colors. This makes landscapes pop, but it can occasionally overexpose highlights or alter natural skin tones. The Xiaomi genuinely replaces a DSLR for portraits and macro shots, provided you appreciate its stylized interpretation of a scene. Apple's advantage is the A19 Pro chip, which is tightly integrated with a uniform set of 48-megapixel sensors across all three rear cameras. This integration enables ProRes encoding, allowing creators to capture massive amounts of raw color data for professional grading in post-production. This processing power results in gimbal-like stabilization. Even when moving down a rugged trail, the footage remains fluid and locked. The hardware and software work together to allow stutter-free transitions between the ultra-wide and telephoto lenses while you are actively filming. The trade-off is physical. Without Xiaomi's massive sensors, the iPhone's low-light video and extreme zoom will appear noisier and often show a yellow tint by comparison. The iPhone trails in raw hardware zoom, but for creators, its value lies in providing cinematic stabilization and color grading that remains consistent across every clip. There is also a significant capacity gap. Xiaomi uses a 6,800 mAh cell, roughly 36% more raw capacity than the 5,000 mAh unit in the iPhone. This chart translates that capacity into hours of screen-on time, showing the endurance advantage Xiaomi offers heavy users. When we look at 0 to 50% charge times, the gap remains wide. Xiaomi's 90-watt charging drastically outpaces the iPhone's more conservative speeds. Apple's counter strategy is thermal consistency. iOS 26 is optimized to ensure the iPhone won't overheat or throttle performance during sustained tasks like gaming or exporting long video files. Xiaomi wins on raw, multi-day endurance and charging speed. Apple provides a more predictable, thermally stable experience during long hours of heavy use. The choice is philosophical. A $1,500 Apple investment buys you long-term consistency, while $1,500 at Xiaomi buys you raw capability. This flowchart provides the final decision framework. For photographers wanting DSLR-level portraits and hardware freedom, follow the branch to the Xiaomi 17 Ultra. For video creators requiring seamless integration and stabilized footage, follow the branch to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Remember the ecosystem trade-off. Buying the Xiaomi means stepping outside the safety net of Apple's in-person customer service and high resale value. At the $1,500 tier, there are no bad phones. Simply pick the tool that removes the most friction from your creative process.